Because when the compassion and the love begins to wear thin, when a very serious situation arrives, when a couple of situations come back to back to back, and the love and the compassion begins to kind of wear off and you kind of forget why you love each other. The first marriage of the Prophet ﷺ, the first love of the Prophet ﷺ's life, who was Khadija radiallahu anha, the mother of the believers. It was a woman by the name of Khadija. An honorable, dignified, strong woman, who was the Prophet's best friend, literally. When he received revelation, when the most amazing thing that's ever happened to any human being on the face of this earth, that occurred with the Prophet ﷺ, who was the first person who he spoke to? Khadija. She was his best friend. They were married for over 25 years. She was the mother of his children. But one of the things that always gets to me personally is like, when you hear an amazing story, like he made the reference in Notebook, right? When you hear stories about like people growing old, and growing stronger and stronger, deeper and deeper in their love, and their affection and their mercy, like Allah said. Because when the compassion and the love begins to wear thin, when a very serious situation arrives, when a couple of situations come back to back to back, and the love and the compassion begins to kind of wear off and you kind of forget why you love each other, why should you have compassion with each other? That's when mercy kicks in. And when you practice mercy with each other, it brings you full circle right back and it reminds you why you love each other. So when you grow old together and you grow deeper and deeper in love, those stories always get me. The Prophet of Allah ﷺ, Khadija radiallahu anha, had one of those types of relationships. It was amazing, it was beautiful. She literally spent 25 years of her life aiding, supporting her husband and fulfilling the mission of his life. He sat by her bedside as she breathed her last. He wept and he cried after she passed. You know that the pain that the Prophet ﷺ felt at the passing, at the death of Khadija was so severe that the only thing that could heal that pain was Allah calling him above the heavens, near him, and personally talking and speaking to him. That is the only thing that could take away, that could slightly, diminish the pain that the Prophet ﷺ felt at the passing of Khadija. Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj happened after the death of Khadija. He had to talk to the most beloved in order to get over his worldly beloved. So that's that type of relationship. That's the image, that's the impression. That should define love and marriage in your minds and in your hearts. It's not a hopeless prospect. It's not some major compromise that you make. It's not some miserable, future in existence. Or it doesn't demand, it doesn't require you, it doesn't ask you to live a life that is displeasing to Allah. Love and marriage is a part of the package, part of the deal. And now I want to go back to where I started off. So when I read you that narration, where the Prophet of Allah ﷺ is saying that Allah is more merciful, Allah's mercy upon His slaves is greater than the mercy of a mother to her child. The reason why I brought that up is realize and understand and believe Allah will not leave you hanging. Allah will not leave you hanging. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you love. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you a companion to spend this life with. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you the most amazing partner in life who will be your best friend in this world. Who will be your best friend in this world. And so you have to believe that. Allah loves you. Allah has so much mercy on you. He takes care of you. He's given you everything that you have. From the roof over your head, to the car that you came in your ear, to the food that you eat, to the eyes and the ears and the nose and the arms and the legs and the functioning body and organs. Allah has given you everything. And Allah will give you this. So young people have to learn to believe that Allah will take care of me and Allah will not make me live life without experiencing love. Believe that and make dua for that and Allah will give it to you. Musa alayhi salam was sitting under a tree all by himself. He had to run away from his home. He had to run away from his family. He didn't know anybody there. And he looked up at the sky and he said, "Oh Allah, I know you're going to take care of me. I know you're going to take care of me." Next thing you know, a couple of young girls who he had helped get some water out of a well come to get him and say, "Our father's asking for you." He goes over to this elder's house, and the elder says, "I'd like to give you a job and I'd like to marry one of my daughters to you." A job and a wife. Because why? Because he looked up at the sky and he said, oh Allah, you'll take care of me. I know, I believe you'll take care of me. So Allah will take care of us. You have to believe that. You have to know that.